Alrighty. All right, I'm in for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, in that order. We're going to go heavy and hard on the spiritual side, and then we're going to get into love, sex, and romance. So, yeah, for those in the infinity room, I had a heavy hitting energy report that I went through here. So I'm just still reeling from that a little bit. But nonetheless, here's your water. First is Pisces. Here we go. Alrighty, first card. Just going into the spiritual. Why does it look crooked? Spiritual areas. Let's see what happens. First card, Pisces. Four of air. This is about mental mechanics. Things going on in our mindscape. Maybe highly activated. These waters, they're more like air at this point. Or there's things that are getting us up in our head quite a bit. Okay? Next card. Six of air. 4 and 6. That's interesting because that's like a mirror, right? IV, VI, a reversal. What do they call that? Palindromes, these kind of things and words. Black and white. So I feel like the energy of the mind here is in that way. We're thinking about the good and the bad, the light and the dark, like all of it, right? This here little symbol kind of goes throughout this. This is what our brain is going to and trying to suss out. We may have we may have some instinct here about lines that we're drawing, or within our personality trying to draw these lines. What's good, what's bad, what's in, what's out, right? What is going on here? I feel like this is what the Pisces is spending their mental energy on. Next card is death and rebirth. There is a mindset here we may be going through, and this may be spiritually driven as well. Highly intuitively driven. We may have a mental mindset. That's what they said, mental mindset, that we have set out that is now got to be filtered through some kind of spiritual awakening that has come here. Now, death and rebirth, that's about endings, beginnings, right? The whole process here. So, this may be the crux of what's going on here. We have an ending, new beginnings. How are we going to go forward? The egg wants to birth. It is the golden egg that is being protected by this snake, I feel quite highly. It's the new area that we go into is highly protected. As long as we venture forward, right? This is what I'm getting. Okay, to expand on the mental mechanics here, we have success. So whatever it is, our thought process, wherever it's going and whatever it's venturing into, I feel like we're gaining success, and they're going triumphant, by the way, making headway here. Where in the past, we may have talked ourselves out of this or weaseled ourselves back into the darkness, is what they're saying. So we're proud that we accomplished. We got this stamp of approval here universally for decisions that we've made up in our head. Okay. And they're going not only in our head, but our physical reality. We've taken steps here that are going to be rewarded even more highly, in case we're wondering. But they're going, we know we made the decision based on this knowledge, and we're going forward, and this is going to reveal this golden egg, right? This is going to unveil. The darkness now sits at our feet. This egg is going to start to rise. This is the sense I'm getting. Now, on the yin and yang of everything, the black and white, the good and the bad side, what do we get there? We get the warrior. Now, this warrior, he fights for what is right, and he is of good and light. He fights for the betterment. And I feel like this is the war that Pisces has been under, right? We're going through situations, again, this could be in work. We'll find out in the love area where this sits, but in any area where we are trying to make headway here to find out what's good and what's not. And I feel like it's imposing on us, meaning we've had good and bad people coming in on us. Hey, Cynthia, thanks for coming in. And this energy of sussing out, finally, they're going, we finally gotten a hold of this. Not that we didn't suss it out before, we just never took action to remove these things, right? We've had these things in our path all along, but now suddenly we're taking action quicker because we're ascending, we're at higher visibility here. We're seeing these things quicker, making decisions quicker, leaving quicker. This is going to serve us in the future. The warriors, the fighting for what's right. We've got all these things going on in our mind about what's right, what's wrong. They're going, we are completely on track, by the way. Now, death and rebirth, what do we get there? The Grove, yeah. And this is about taking time to heal, being by ourselves, right? There's a solitary, what is that a cat? I always thought it was a cat. Oh, man. I can't even. Yeah, it is a cat. Yeah, you know what I can do? Is I can put it up there and let it focus. Yeah, it's a cat. All by its lonesome, right? And again, there's snakes in here as well. Refocus. There's snakes underneath in the darkness, right? But she's on that ledge. She's safe. And she's taking time to let things sink in. And we are no longer going to be meddling with energies that are not of our highest good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So on the success to expand here, we got the Queen of Coins. So Queen of Coins talks about financial stability, stability within our life, our home, our finances, our job, that kind of thing. She is really, the Queen of Coins is really the be all end all. She can, go to a job, run a job gracefully. She can go home and be quite level headed and grounded for her family. And she can also be, she can take charge, and she can also be calm, cool, and collected, is really what it is. Nothing gets her fired up. Very level headed and very grounded. So I feel like this is the energy that the Pisces is really taking on at this point. They're a lot, and they're, yeah, just give me a minute. They're really taking a hold of their emotions, where we were emotionally even volatile, some of us, or overblown. We're really taking that in. And they're going, hopefully most of us are dealing with this energy of, right? Because this Grove is taking things in and healing from all of this. And then once you heal, you do get that balance that the Queen of Coin carries. You don't get the emotionalism. You don't get the sadness, the madness, the sadness can, but the madness and the craziness, right? So the stability, I feel, is coming from the fact that the Pisces is going inward and they're healing their emotional center. So then they're becoming more balanced outside, and they're, rewarded for that highly. Now, on top of the warrior, again, good and truth. He fights for good, truth, justice, that kind of thing, the best way here. He also works from his instinct highly, and this is what he's being rewarded for at this time. We have the 8 of Cups, and they're going, why are we rewarded? Because we left something that didn't suffice. We left something that did not fulfill us, and this is what we need to do. We can no longer stay in areas that drag us down. We can no longer. It is, I had put a posting on my thing, it is too emotionally draining. I am on a budget. I'm on an emotional budget. I have to conserve energy to go forward. For my greatest good, I don't want to be drained. So we have put a lot of work and effort into something, though, and realize that it is not worth it it does not sustain. What we need is not there, so we need to go forward. This is what I'm getting highly from here. So that's, again, we're fighting for this. there might have been a struggle here, a mental struggle, I feel, more than anything, but nonetheless, knowing that the decision needs to be made to go, and we're going to do that. Now on the Grove, again, this is the healing. So what do we get there? 6 of Cups. Yeah, there's some past energy here. 6 of Cups is about thinking of the past. Now this woman here, she's kind of, the sense I get here is not so much in a happy way. A lot of decks portray the 6 of Cups in a happy children, kind of reuniting way. Here, I get a sense of looking over things to make sure that our judgment is correct. And again, the blue is about talking, our throat chakra, about talking, communicating. So there might be someone from the past we have communicated with in order to have this play out, this separation point. Or because the sense, they're going, don't leave the Queen's mental state out here, because the thing is here, we are being quite balanced and stable more than usual in this type of situation. And this is how we're going to continue to do things as we go forward. And not only that, these things from the past are no longer going to accumulate to bring us out of that Queen of Coins energy where, we're going ballistic or anything like that. Why? Because we're healing and we're letting it go. We may even be forgiving and moving forward. So the 6 of Cups here, I do feel a sense of forgiveness, yet a continuation to keep moving. We got to keep moving. Our home is not here. Now, again, a relationship, friendship, business, where this sits, I don't know. But we'll get into the love zone here soon. So we're going to get into the masculine and feminine energies. On top of that, I got to take these set of cards off because they start not fitting. And I mix the masculine and feminine decks together to see where we sit, where we're harboring our energy. First card is the masculine card, leadership. So taking the lead and moving, right, is not only is it highly aspected that we do this, it's going to be highly rewarded as we continue to go forward, and less time spent in the past, right? Next card is a feminine card, and it's talking about justice. Now, it is very much justified here. The eagle and the justice go very well together. Here is the energy, the leadership, and the justice. It seems like the Pisces not quite seen this kind of justice in their, how do I put it, in their life. I'm getting a sense of not quite seen things, right? Because when we gain a new perspective on life, we see things differently. Therefore, we see it from new set of eyes, kind of like that. And because of the justice that came down here, we were able to calm ourselves and deal with it in a great way. And that they're going, that is where the leadership lies, is how we dealt with this situation and letting go. We didn't create chaos. We didn't create any unnecessary energy that needed to be dispersed. It was dispersed properly. Wasn't wasted energy. So they're going, this is justified. Okay. And this is very much in code with leadership energies. Now, next card is a feminine card again, talking about irresistibility. Now, I do get, if we are partnerships somehow here, give me a moment. I'm feeling the irresistibility comes on someone of you, looking at you in irresistibility here. Now, if that's someone that we left and they're clinging to this irresistibility because we put up a barrier, this could be a problem. Justice is here. I don't know where this is going to go. But I get from this irresistibility, we stood up for ourselves and put our foot down. And because of this, someone is either admiring that in us or finding that irresistible in us. Okay, so we got to be where that sits. Now, I brought out some to separate the love and sex sides. I probably could have run these through. Yeah, that's your spiritual end right there. they're very happy that you took the lead and made justice here for yourself, by the way. There was something here, it's justified, we leave, we go, da da da. Now there's an irresistibility hanging. And we'll see, we're going to get into the love and sex side. Now I got a fortune card, an animal card, and a power of surrender card. So we're going to get into those here, and then we'll flip over into the sex side. So first I'm going to start with power of surrender card. I don't know which one to start first. It says surrender to your soul's path. Would you look at that? Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. So there's something to do here. I feel like this decision that we just made, that we clarified for ourselves, the clear, it has something to do with our soul's purpose. So it may be in a job front, something like this, like a job area where we made some kind of a decision. Okay, so surrender to your soul's path. The sense here is these Pisces are coming into themselves, and because of that, every single one of us has a designed path to go down, feeling more drawn here and more clarified in where that is, where it sits, and how strongly it's sitting with us, if that makes sense. Like, not being passive. The opposite of passive is going aggressively where we know our soul is meant to go. So that's that. And then I'm going to go with the animal card next, because that usually gives some guidance and whatnot. We have the owl of wisdom. Yeah, right. Because that's basically where we are finally coming from, our inner wisdom. And I see the sacred geometry in the background, or a collection of stars that are joining. Right? We're putting the dots together, and finally we're making the right decisions in this way. Give me a moment there. I got to look at this a little more. Yeah, look at her. I don't know if you can see this, but in there's a woman, and she's holding the bird, like ready for it to take flight. There's a great respect between the two of them. The bird of wisdom, right? The wisdom that's coming down into the Pisces. There's a great respect for this, but we never physically passed it on before. The feeling they're giving me is this woman has had this owl for so long, and now she's ready to go in strength. Let it go in strength, that it will come back when it's needed. Da da da. This kind of thing. So this may be significant in some way. Okay, wow, it's very powerful. The owl of wisdom is there. Now, I got a fortune card to end it all off until we get into the love and sex part. And it talks about goals. Progress is positive, and personal goals will be achieved. So a great reward may come in a financial way for the Pisces. We may be rewarded financially, or in ways through work, or rewards for work in a monetary kind of way. For our wisdom, we've gained a lot of progress here. They're showing me jumping hurdles. Like, we jumped a hurdle, a big one. And this was one that we had set aside, is what they said, for a long period of time. So they're very happy that we overcame this. We just got to continue to keep this up in the future, is what they're saying. Okay, now the love and sex part. Here we go. First card. Pisces again, still. First card is the Magician. Well, what do you know? We're trying to manifest. We're trying to get into our energy, and we're trying to make that rabbit, or that man, or that woman come out of that hat. We're going to design it. Sorry. Flipping my hair all over. We're going to design it the way we want it from now on. Sense 2 I'm getting is that irresistibility kind of floats back from our spiritual side here. But nonetheless, we're trying to manifest our future forward. Feeling very powerful in that. Next card. What do you know? Now, this is interesting because it goes to 1 to 0. It's usually 0 and then 1. Give me a moment. Okay. They're going, notice how he's pointing away from the new direction. This is, again, they're going, Pisces, a little bit delusion. We're trying to manifest over here. The universe is taking us over there. They're going, don't worry, because our action, look where our foot's going. It's going to the future. But we're trying to manage. So we may be, this is going to work out through the reading here, but nonetheless, watch for any past residue here, because they're going, our future is not in the past. It's in the future. There is no future in the past. Okay. So the Fool, that is about going out, taking that big leap, that big step, right? And this guy's happy, footloose, fancy free. In the single card, in the romance cards, he is the single dude that's just ready and willing to go. Like, he's got one bouquet of roses on his head, but that's okay, man, because I'm just heading forward. So signifying, we had heartbreak, but we're happy to go forward, and watch out where you're going. I'm not too sure if this guy's doing that, but he's just happy. He's moving forward. Next one, well, where's he going? To his 10 of Cups. That's the be-all, end-all of emotional satisfaction. Now, there's a woman up there and a man, playing the flute to his cats, and that is about ultimate contentment within the emotional arena. This is what we're looking for. Now, it's interesting to me because they're going, this is their energy. They go, this is our energy. And we can be tricksters ourselves. The universe is going, we can be tricksters ourselves. We're looking at something over here, but we're pushing them over there. I feel like there's no resistance here, because either way, we're looking for our 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. We're looking for that stability. Yeah. And that contentment within a partnership. Okay. So to expand on these, I got the Sun and Moon cards. Here we go. So on the Magician, what do we get there? 9 of Swords. Okay. So the 9 of Swords, that's what are we trying to manifest something back from the past? Because this would bring the 9 of Swords, the stress, the anxiety. Hey, love. Hey, hope. From our past. Okay, give me a moment here. That Sword of Truth is going straight down, so there's no discussion here, but we're looking back at something. We're stressing a lot about it, right? So it in the spiritual part here, we're talking about the healing and whatnot. It could just be that, looking at our past to heal so that we can move forward. Okay. Because I get a very positive card from this. And even though they're going, the Pisces is not yet invested in going forward, but they're going to be pushed in that direction somehow, some way. Now, on top of the new direction here, the Fool card, we get, what do you know? The Magician. Okay, here we go. Oh, bring a beat back. Okay, so here we go. 0, right? What did I say about this? Usually it goes 0, 1, not 1, 0. So that we cover up. We're at the precipice, really, is what they're signifying here. We're at the precipice of change. And we were hooked on something in the past, or, stressed about something in the past. And we could have just been like really autopsying a past relationship to a degree. We want to go forward. Now, the leap, right? The leap of faith, the leap to go forward. We had, bash of roses. Now we're going to go forward. There's the Magician. There's the Element. And I do feel great power in this card here. Give me a minute. Because he's drumming, right? And I mean, my roots here are telling me when you drum, you're trying to concentrate highly. That brings you into a mode of Zen. So he's drumming. He's got the fire element to take action. He's looking at it, looking at the fire. Give me, right? So he's just waiting for that instinct to kick in and say, tell me to go in a direction, I'll go. And this is what I think. The universe is very highly tuned to these Pisces, male or female. And the Pisces is at a tipping point here. They're going, just give it to me because I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And that's the feeling I get here. And the monkey is very mischievous, kind of looking, yeah, let's go. He's ready to go, right? He's just ready to follow anything that comes about. So I feel like that's their instinct. I feel like that's the universe. They're just waiting on the universe's call to say, tell me where to go. And I'll go there in a good way. So on the 10, the ultimate emotional fulfillment that they're looking for from a relationship, a partnership. Ooh, wow. We get the Justice card. This is a pretty little card, isn't it? And look at that little yin yang in the middle. That's nice. Okay, so what are we doing here? We got a feather and a heart, and they're weighing it out. So there is justified area here. The sense that I'm getting is that we're going to get good karma from a relationship in the future, is what I'm getting right off the bat. We may have put stuff in our past here to a degree, stockpiled some karma that we're gonna get from a future relationship. We may not have got it from that one, but we may get it from someone in the future. Mark my words, is what they said. They said that, not me. Oh, that's good. Mark my words, they said. We will get payback for all the good that we did. We're just not going to get it from that same partner. Now, cruelty on top of that, the stress and anxiety of things in the past. What do we get there? Again, 18 plus, I forgot to put that. There's visuals here. I got them upside down. I don't know what's coming, and some of them are pretty flashy, so beware. Okay, so on the cruelty card, yeah, we have the 9 of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card, and we have cruelty backing. That's the energy that's pushing through this. So this card, the 9 of Swords, is kind of darkness within an intimate relationship. We have that black cat going in and out and amongst our feet. And what do they say? It's bad luck, right? If they cross your path. So that's the sense here, is we've had bad luck in our intimate partners in the past. And yeah, this is what is lingering heavy. It's lingering heavy, this feeling, but we're healing from it. Now, they're showing me the sword. They're going, notice it is neither up. Well, it is up, it's down, but it is not to the ground. They're going, this is in limbo, right? So I don't know if there's things that have to be discussed about this or worked out in a verbal kind of way. Because when I see a sword into the ground, it means no communication. When it's upright, it means we're going to communicate. When it's in mid-ground, right, we don't. What's happening? So they're making a point of that. So this may make sense to you in some kind of way. Getting ready for something. Okay, on the Magician, this is where all our power sits. We're ready to act here. We're getting ready in a heart-centered place to act, to go forward to a new relationship. What do you know? The High Priestess. She is highly instinctive, highly sensual in this deck. Ready to play, like she's kind of, got playing footsie with the cat there. She's ready to play is the sense I get. And I do get this from the Pisces as well. Again, intuitively driven. And look at him, he's pointing at this star going, it's all in the stars. And look at all of the symbology here. All the tools, all the things in the background that we don't see, right? That are in the clouds, running the show, our instinct, our God, whatever. These things, they mean something, and they're going to manifest in this human being, this Pisces human being, and we're going to take action and go forward. And this just bumps that up in the romantic area highly. We're going to get guided quite highly in the same area, where to go, what to do, da-da-da. And again, the High Priestess kind of keeps things to herself. She has secrets, and she's attractive, and she pulls people in. She may not speak of these secrets. So I don't know where that sits yet, but we'll move forward. On top of the Justice, again, this is about our emotional our emotional happiness. We're gonna get justice here finally, is what they're saying. Now on top of that, we get the Nine of Wands. Now, give me a moment. That's kind of like two people getting to know each other, but also mending wounds. So the sense here is we may get a partner from the future come at us, kind of been through the same run of the mill that we have. So we may be mending within another relationship. We may get into something here, find someone that's gone through the same thing, like a mirror. They're going exact same, whether whatever, and you both kind of bond over that and can. This is what's going to happen. And I feel like the Pisces is going to be a little bit more mum than the person outside of them, meaning the Pisces is going to go, oh my God, I went through all that, but they're not going to say as much. I feel like this partner here, like if you're feminine, I feel like the masculine is the one that's going to be kind of going, well, I went through this, and the Pisces is going to go, oh my God, I went through the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing, da 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 da. So it's going to create a bond quite quickly. And not only that, you'll be able to heal each other because you guys are kind of on the same frequency of healing. So you guys are going to increase that for each other. If that makes sense. You're going to kind of, what do they call that? Ping pong each other into healing quicker than you would have separately, which is usually not the case. But this is what I feel here for this. I'm going to find someone highly damaged as we are, but also as we nurture each other, we both heal. Okay, this is good, groovy stuff. Now, as we clarify one more on the 9 here, again, this is our past. It seems like this line here, this first line is kind of dealing with our past, a little shady. We've had some bad luck in the past in our romantic sensual areas. Now we have the Empress. Yeah. And look at that. Just cut all that energy out. The Empress is about abundance. We may not have had that in the past. As a sense, it's not a welcoming energy of, well, I had great abundance. Da da da. No, I don't get this. I feel like we were starved for affection or starved for energy, like we had to pull. So I feel like as we go forward here, because they're all facing forward, except for these two are kind of facing each other. But these women, they're all facing forward. The abundance goes into the intuition goes into the couple, and the healing and da da da. So it's great groovy energy. And again, this is the female energy, the mother energy, and it can also indicate pregnancy. So keep that in mind as well. Now, on the High Priestess, again, that intuition that these Pisces are going to be following, and they're going to be gaining a lot of, again, we're jumping up in frequency here. A lot of people are getting a lot more intuitive abilities. This is going to come out highly in this relationship. What do you know? Give me a minute to process. I'm getting a masculine here that just sees the 10, sees it all, the family, the kids. Now, if we have kids and they have kids, we may be melding families. If not, we may be creating them. If we may be melding and creating this kind of thing. Because the sense I got right away was, oh, I want it all with this person, like love at first sight. This is what I'm getting again. But I get it from a masculine. So if you're masculine Pisces, you're going to come across a female that's going to grab you quite heavily. Cupid's out there shooting shooting all their quivers, man. They're in there. If you're a feminine, the masculine that's on the other side of you is really going to be struck hard by there's some kind of vibration here, heavy, full on. 9. What do we get there? That's the canoodling, the starting of something, but also the sense of trying to heal. There's some passion here that is between the two, that flame, but there's also a sense of healing that I get from this highly. What do we get on there? We get the Knight of Pentacles. That's a slow moving energy. And that may be the way that it goes, It may be that you guys meet, and though I feel like there's a masculine here, like again, if you're feminine, or sorry, if you're a masculine Pisces, or on the other side of this female Pisces, you are sprung quite hard. So that might be something that you keep to yourself, right? Because the high priestess kind of keeping it to yourself, but you're keeping it. So this man may know that you're the be all end all, or you may know you're the be all end all, but you're keeping it on the down low. Try not to go crazy with it. Like, you just met this person. Why already you want to start a family? What's going on? Now, through this, we get the pace. That's the pace. This guy goes slow. He kind of, he can stagnate quite a bit as well. But he is thorough, and he usually does have solid offers. Give me a minute here. Because this guy's got a weird energy. He's turning his back, and a lot of times I note that in the reading, so I just want to make sure. Okay, they're going. He was on his way somewhere, and what do you know? Something caught his eye. Like, this is what they're showing me. And this was the Pisces, or the Pisces looking out at, right? So it was like I was on my way, and whoop, my neck's sore because I'm looking back at this beautiful redhead here, and I gotta, but he's trying to take it easy, right? He's trying to take it slow, but boy, he sees nothing but rings and children and the whole line of it. Because really, he sees a great abundance in this woman. I'm just going to tell the story, no matter, you figure out where you sit here. But this guy is trying to take it slow, but on his heart, I feel, is just 10 sizes too big for this. Okay? But he's going to take it slow. He's going to try and tread that line. And I feel if you're the female Pisces here, she's going to be working with him to heal. And I feel like the masculine here, I don't know if he's more awakened or just more turned on, or what the deal is, but he's really holding things back, and she's kind of just going with the flow. So wherever you fit there, again, you can flip the masculine, feminine energies. Things are going to go slow, but one of these people are going to have a rough time doing it because they feel a lot of emotions for that other person. There's a lot of emotions running through, and they're just like, they just want to run to the altar and get married, and then jump into bed and have kids, and then go down the line. They just want it all with this person. But the pace here, someone's setting the pace at slow, and that's what I get. Okay, so to expand on the Empress card again, this can mean babies. It can mean babies, can mean pregnancies, can mean fertility in that kind of way, but it can also mean abundance. This man looks at her and sees a great abundance he's never seen, that kind of thing. So this would be justified for karma if we've had a long string of crap. Now we're going to get paid off for that in a way. Now, on top of that, this is interesting. Again, nudity in these cards. The Five of Cups. Now, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so again, pregnancies, right? Now, the Five of Cups, what is this? This is Casanova. He's doing his trip. What is she? She's a nun. Okay, so she's, no, not supposed to do that, right? So now he is dressing her after the escapade, and there is guilt here for partaking in this situation, right? Both parties are feeling guilt. Usually the women that succumb to Casanova, they all are just happy to be there. But he is feeling great guilt. So this may be a situation here, because remember I was saying somebody's feeling very sprung, very energized, very much wanting to express all of this. So if we go ahead and get it done, somebody may be feeling guilty for doing that at such the pace, right? Because we're supposed to keep pace here with this guy. He kind of almost don't even move. He just sits there, and then it's like one step in. I mean, he's very thorough, but something happens here. Okay, so we may be getting intimate with someone, and feel guilty for doing it as quick as we did, or they onto us. You know, we jump into bed too quick, and then suddenly it's a great, oh my God, why did I do that? Not that they don't want that, but it's just a bad, the sense they're giving me is a bad zone. I don't want to start. I want this to last forever, so I don't want to start on a bad note, you know, because if you have sex on the first date or whatever, it's a bad thing, right? This is what I'm getting. They're feeling guilty for rushing it too quickly because they should pace themselves. Okay, so on top of the 10, the emotional gratification here. Okay, again, it's full on 13 of cups. So it's all, look at all the love though. There's 3 cups here, guilt. And this is 13 of cups. So this is the queen of cups. You know what? I'm gonna, do I have that? Where did I put? I don't have the, just give me a minute. So that's the queen of cups. Now she is about giving and emotionally, right? Emotional fulfillment, da da da. The sense they're giving me here is, yeah, that sexual gratification. It's really what it is. So if we're a female going to a masculine, we jumped the gun. We did it because we just wanted to get it done. We wanted to feel it. And now we're regretting that. Not because of the person, but because of the speed. We should have resisted. We should have, the better pious thing to do, right? Now, if it's the masculine that does, it's the same thing. I'm feeling the feminine here, really, not almost not being able to resist either. And I don't feel the feminine feeling as guilty as the masculine. I think the masculine, that's kind of part of the, yeah, I feel he's got a high integrity here. And this is not along the lines of how I operate. So he's beating himself up about it. Why? Because he couldn't resist either. She couldn't resist. It's kind of meant to be, but it's kind of a weird conundrum. But these two people are just physically attracted to each other, and they got together so quickly, and they're going like, oh, I shouldn't have done that because it leads a bad example, or it seems like it should be a bad, but they're going, what's the problem? We both care and love, and we're going to try and attempt to do things better in the future. Not better, but we're going to continue in the future. So what does it matter whether it's quick or slow? So there's kind of a dichotomy there of good and bad. What's your perception here? But one of the part, they're both kind of feeling the guilt, but one is feeling it a little heavier, and it's just simply because I should have had the strength to resist. Maybe you weren't supposed to do that. I don't know. Okay, so on the the knight, did I call him a king? I might have called him a king, but he's a knight. He's got whiplash from looking back at the Pisces. Okay, this guy. What do we get on him? Ooh. We get the 7 of Wands. Now that's about a duel. Give me a moment here, sus. That's about somebody else in his life he is trying to fend off, is what they said. So, right, healing. Or is there a duel of, what do you call that? People vying for Pisces' attention. There may be 2 in the mix here, and him having to get in real quick here. Did he get in before someone else? And therefore now the other person's ticked. these can all be scenarios of very live. Yeah, because this guy he don't go fast. He slows right down. He will wine her, dine her, take her to dinner, kiss her on the cheek before, and she'd be going like, oh, that's him. That's him. Now, he is upset because he could be an earth sign. That's not the way he rolls. He takes great pride in going through that phase. I'm gonna date her, I'm gonna court her, and I'm gonna make her feel good, da da da. But he didn't bet on this. Didn't bet on the fact that all the stars would align with the passion card and throw it in there that they couldn't resist. It's going to create some fiction because of this. Now, either one or the other here might be. Seems like we're all free, but on the other side of us, that may not be the perception. Okay, so there's either someone, a past person of the Pisces coming in to create havoc. You can't go there, or a past person of the partner that comes in. It says, "Why did you do that?" We're not done, but the sense here is things are done. Okay. Now, on the 5 of Cups, again, this is about the guilt for all of that. How do you say? All of that harvest that she collects. It's kind of sex appeal, is what they're showing me. It's like she just has it all, this one. And then she's flaunting it there with the Queen of Cups because that's about the compassion, the heart, the softness of it. Just couldn't resist. Now the guilt is there. Now what do we get? Oh man. Can you please? I can't even. Look at this. The 10. How many 10s do we got in here? We got 3 10s with 4 decks. Man. But they're going, don't sweat it, little one, because it don't matter because you guys are meant to be together. So what does it matter if you have it right away? But I think I was going to say the Virgo. Maybe a Virgo, man. It may be a Virgo. But anyway, the dude on the other side of this, or the woman on the other side of this, is really beaten up. Someone's got a moral code here. I just don't do that. I don't do that. And that makes me look bad. I got a bad rap. I don't want to start off a relationship like this. This is what I'm getting over and over again. But they're going, what does it matter? Because we're going to end up in the same place. Right? There may be someone here going in for family. And we may have families already. Because there's 2 children here and they're highlighting that. They're going, we may have a kid, they may have a kid, or we may have 2 kids, they have none. They have 2 kids, we have none, this kind of thing. Something's going to happen here to form a family unit. Okay? Now, on top of this woman who's ready to give all, we get the Sun card. It's what can I say? Again, about children. About happiness, about pleasure. Now, give me a moment here, because this is the last of the. Yeah, the man finds great pleasure in the woman finds great pleasure in the man, whichever side you're on here. And not only that, we see great destiny here. We may even have had past life stuff. Now, on top of this struggle card, we're not going to get too deep. We have the Page of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, give me a minute. This is interesting because right away they said children. Now, the fighting, oh, please don't start. So we have parents coming together. We may have older children or maybe younger. I don't know. But they said children. That's what they said with this. So I'm going to leave it at that. We may be fighting with the children during this time, or because of this union with this person, our attention goes there. We may have struggles with a young child through this union. Okay? They're going, that's it. That's all we're going to give you. So not distress about it, right? We got all this sunshine, all these cups. This king that's trying to take it slow, but ends up falling right into the pool of love, right, with this woman. And the sense here is we got a lot of compassion coming forth here. This man has never seen compassion like this, and directed in his direction, no less. There's justice here. Why? Because both these people have been through hell and back, and they deserve to heal through each other and get what each other can give for them. And each has great wealth of love, compassion, and tenderness to give. It's just veiled behind our past mistakes. Yeah, but the 10 of cups, there's that 1, 10, 10, 10 everywhere. It's just littered with tens. This reading is crazy. So wishes, dreams, hopes fulfilled? Sure. Emotionally, are we happy? Absolutely. There's going to be a bit of a struggle as we get into this relationship, but all great relationships, there's got to be a struggle somewhere. But it seems like it may be within the family unit somehow of us getting, and it may be just a simple thing of, the children maybe when we're dating this person, because I feel like it does stretch out quite a bit, but in each other's minds, they know this is the be all end all. This is it for them. But we may have a youngster that, taking up too much time going out dating or whatever, or being with this other person's jealousies, of an immature nature, is a sense I get. So the sense is that we may have to watch that in order to, because the King of Pentacles, I don't feel it's connected to that. I feel it's a youngster that we get in an argument with because maybe we're spending too much time with that other partner. Okay. They're going monopolizing our time. Yes. So if we have children in the mix, either you or them, be aware that this is going to happen and blow things up a little bit, simply because the child is not getting enough from the parent, and if that's all we've gotten for a long time, it's going to be quite an upset. So we just have to be there compassionately and explain that to the child, and they'll work the way through it, not to isolate the child right out. Okay, planetary card for overall. What do we get here? What do you know? Eclipse in Cancer talks about acceptance. This is interesting. As we go from a child may have a hard time accepting that our mother or father has a partner here that's taking up a bit more of their time. Be in an emotional phase or domestic development. I feel like the emotional phase and the domestic development, we may be creating or moving in with or making plans to do this. I mean, this is for the week, but again, a lot of my readings go future a little too far. Like they'll go 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe even a month before they can play out. So I'll say it that way. But the sense here is we got someone coming in here. We've had some heartbreak. We may be healing through the relationship that we gain in the future. I feel like it tiptoes, but someone here has a great presence of passion that they're holding back, but it just it can only be held back for so long before we partake. But nonetheless, I feel like this is someone that we think, like Cancer is very homey. So the sense that I'm getting here is we may even move homes to be with them, or someone selling a home, moving in, this kind of thing. Wow. So it's all tens, man. Like you got 3, 4 tens. Let me just count this. This is crazy. I've never had this many, even though I play with a lot of decks here. I've never had that many tens in a bloody row. 1, 2, and then magicians, no less. 3 tens. Yeah, 3 tens out of 4 or 5 decks. That's crazy. But anyway, so that is Pisces. Okay, 5412. If someone wants a timestamp, it'll save me time later. Next, Cancer. Now, as I was shuffling, I pulled cards out, and again, I put them down so I discover them as I go. And I'm like, oh, there's too many. They're like, leave it. We need extra card for the Cancer. So here we go. First card, spirituality. What do you know? We're left with healing over there, the Pisces, and the Cancers going through their own mess of it themselves. This guy is very focused on healing, so we're just going to start there. The caduceus is kind of the caduceus symbol. We're healing emotionally, and it's going to help us physically, is the sense that I get here for the Cancers. Next card is the child. Now, this is interesting because I get the inner child feeling, but nonetheless, there may be a child prominent in all of this that we are either helping us get through some healing or that kind of thing. I'm even seeing babies like softening our heart to a degree that we just don't get in the real world. Okay? Because we may be shutting off in all directions. Like we may have a moment with a baby that just softens our heart where it just hasn't been softened for a while. Because the babies, they smile at you. And that smile that they give off, it's like there's no holds barred, man. That's pure love that comes shining. And that's the sense I get, is like somebody kind of looking at somebody else's baby, and it's just a moment that they take in, and it's very healing because they realize, man, I've not felt that joy or that spark of love for so long, and then a child just brings it out just like that. So this may be something that actually happens, or maybe a realization that you just have, about where your heart is at, right? Realizing that it's been a long time since I've felt that purity of heart, like a child. Wow. Next card is the 3. It's a 3, but it very much speaks like the Fool card in the tarot, where he's got his satchel and he's taken off, moving new directions, new travel. There's a lot of red and orange in this card. Orange speaks to creativity. Red speaks to root. Give me a moment. Yeah, I feel like there's where we may be in a position where we are not satisfied creatively in our relationship, meaning our relationship, because already it's right in the relationship zone, is not inspiring us in any kind of way. It's really what I'm getting. Okay, so here's the extra card. Oh, yes, emotion and intellect. So I'm going to put that on the healing card. So this is what we're grappling with. Now you look at that brown part. That's the intellect. The water is the emotion. So we're highly emotional here, and using about a quarter of our intellect in dealing with whatever we're dealing with. Whether we're taking are we taking an active step to move forward, or whatever we're doing, we're not balanced. We're overly emotional. So there's a need to look at this or notice this some kind of way. So, yeah, okay. Okay. So on top of that, I was going to remove it and change cards. They're like, no, it's fine. Just leave it there. So on top of this emotional and intellect, because we already know we are in healing and we are trying to heal things, but we are overly emotional. So we got to balance our emotion and intellect in order to make the right decisions, because we don't want to come from emotion alone or intellect alone. We want to be balanced so that we go forward properly, right? So on top of that, we get the fledgling. And the sense here is that we always make emotional decisions. So it's hard for us to intellectualize things, right? We are water and we are all up in it. So it's hard for us not to make an emotional decision, or at least balance it out. But we're learning and we're growing in this way. They're showing me the child. They're going, we are learning to rebalance this emotional, intellectual side. We're going to do this. So the fledgling, right? How are we going to do this, or how is it going to come about? Well, this woman's got her chest all lit up because that's where the passion sits. That's where we're burning the fire. That's where we want to go. And again, I was seeing a lot of red and orange here, red and orange there. We have a lack of it. Creatively, there's nothing going on. We don't feel a spark. We don't feel energized. We don't feel sexual toward our partner. So we want to go outwards and look for that in that way. Now, next, on top of that child, we have lust. Okay. Okay. They're going, what we need to keep in mind here is the purity of heart. Within all of that emotion, we have to keep pure of heart. Now, what it covers up with is the lust. Now, this is what's going to take over, I feel. I feel like these are Cancer who are in single or mingle mode. So in betwixt, if you're in a heavy duty relationship, I do not feel this is for you, but nonetheless, there's a sense we're going to get sparked from the inside. We may find someone outside of us of a highly attractive to us is going to push that lust button. Warning, warning, right? It's going to be beeping. So this is what's going to fire us into. So it may be someone who's in a relationship that's kind of gone by the wayside, but they're going to come across someone that's just going to pull them right out of it, because that's got what they don't have where they're at, right? So about the journeying forward here. Oh boy, the movement. Yeah, look, there it is, boys. There it is. The fledgling has found passion in somebody here that they lust after, and they're just going to take motions to go there. So again, if we're in a relationship that's solid, this is not your reading. If we're in a relationship that's iffy, we're going to find something outside of it, and we're going to jump to that. That's how we're going to get out of it. We're just going to go to something that's better. Okay? Boom. Okay, next. On the fledgling, again, the beginning of passion, the beginning of lighting ourselves up. We get, what do you know? The Ace of Cups. How does that fit? Perfect. Why? Because we've thought about what we want for ourselves, and this ain't cutting it. So what do you know? We see something outside of us that sparks that light. So off we go. Ace of Cups. Boom. There it is. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, people. Lust. What do we get there? 3 Cups. Well, what do you know? I can't wait to get into the sex side. This should be fun. Now, Ace of Cups goes to 3 Cups. That's celebrating. So we may find this person while we're out celebrating. We're single. We're mingling. We're going out. We're doing things. I don't know where you're at, what the regulations are, but I mean, all you need is 3 in order to go out and create an energy field here where we either find someone that's attractive or someone seeks out us and finds us attractive, but nonetheless it's an attraction highly here physically. 3 of Cups is being out and celebrating with your friends, those that we prize highly, those that we get along with, we have great affinity for, this kind of thing. That's what the 3 of Cups is all about. Those of like mind and spirit, being out with those people, and then what do you know? We find something that's lustful. Movement, what do we get there? What do you know? The Star. Now, look at the heart and look at the green. Look at the red, yellow, green. Give me moments. Because the red is the groundedness, right? That's talking about our root, where we come from, where we earn our money, our living, da-da-da. She's holding that cup up high because she realizes she's got a lot of worth here, and she prizes that love quite highly and may not have had that in the partner she's either with or left, or being single. This is what she's realizing. 3 of Cups is a celebration, going towards people that carry the love vibration that I do as well. For myself, people that love me for myself, that I love them for who they are, da-da-da. And again, this be same-sex friends, but we get seen while we're in and amongst this grouping, right? So, and nothing really screams more than having fun with your friends and then being seen by someone and say, hey, I dig you. You shine brighter when you're with people that you enjoy being around, right? So this is how I feel the lust comes through here. Being around people that make us happy, make us smile, and then the guy looks across the bar and he's like, look at her, she's just laughing and having a great time, blah blah blah. This is how it starts. Now, the star, this is wishes too, hopes, this is healing. There's a lot of stuff in this card. Because when we have the star, we can wish upon it. Now, this star in this, just give me a moment, I'll give you the card back to look. It's overflowing. The heart is made up of birds that are just flying in formation here, just for that moment. So the sense here that I get, give me a minute. Yeah, we're wishing for great things. If you may come across someone here we had lust for, and we're wishing for great things. We may not physically connect, but there's something, hoping for better things in the future is really what I'm getting. Okay, so masculine and feminine card on top of the Ace of Cups. Inquiry. Incoming. Inquiry. And this, what do you know? It's a masculine, right? Dark. So, yeah, someone's going to inquire, are we single? Where are we at? How are we doing? Do you need... Someone is highly interested in us, is the sense, okay? We sparked something. It seems to be mutual. We have a great hope that there's something coming in the future, and that person is very much going to be quizzing those around you. Who is she? Where is she come? What is she doing? Or he, right? They're going to be finding out the details, okay? From your friends, their friends, whatever. What do you know about her? What can I got to find out more. So there is great hope here for the future. More than hope. There's a great chance these two could get together. Now on top of the Three of Cups again, celebrating with our friends. We get the shapeshifter. This is interesting. Because the shapeshifter talks about, it can be about two ways of being. Can be about two-facedness. So we got to watch, because the sense that I'm getting is that we have a face with our friends, but when we get with this dude, it's going to be a different face that we put on. So be aware of that, because this guy's attracted to the face that you presented, the au naturel with your friends. That's what he's looking at. So if you clam up and start acting funny, he's going to get distracted. He's going to get turned off. So be aware of that. If you got a problem putting on masks, don't. Because this guy's going to be very turned off by that. Especially if you're trying to snag him. He don't like that. He is witnessing. It's like the sense they're giving me is he's watching you from across the room and going, looking at her. He's studying her. Like, look at her with her friends. Da, da, da. She's all open and laughing, belly laughs, and not holding anything back. And then you come in and then she shuts up and doesn't say nothing. He's going like, where'd the girl go? That's what I was attracted. That's what made me come across the room to see this is what I'm getting. So there's a sense of this possibly happening. So if this hasn't happened yet, you can thwart that. You can just be more yourself in front of him. Don't try and hold back. Don't try and have the upper hand. Just relax and be yourself, because that's why he's there. On top of the star, we have another masculine card here. Discovery. Okay, this is complex here a little bit. Because I get the discoveries from the Cancer. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I had to clarify it. Now, okay, we'll go back here, right? We got a lust card, and I'm like, oh, lust at first sight, but they're like, no, the guy watches her, but she don't know. She's hoping for love, okay, period. She don't know this guy's watching her from afar. She's out with her buddies, and she's hanging out. He's watching her when she's doing this, okay? Keep the shape shifting in mind, because that's gonna throw this in the ditch in a bad way. The star, I'm hoping for a love, right? Because she's looking over here, right? She's looking over here. She don't see that guy. He's over there. He's looking at her, though, studying her, asking, inquiring about her. And he's going to try it. Now, the discovery is she's going to discover that he likes her. Okay? So somebody's going to say, well, you know, he's been asking around about you. I think he's into you or wants to get together with you. And you're like, what? I'm wishing for something, but da da da. Now you got to go. And suddenly this is what shifts your personality. So be aware of that, because that is, I'm getting a high sense from him. He don't like that. He likes what he saw when nobody was watching. Like when how do you say? He liked the you that you displayed when you didn't know he was watching. And then as soon as he knocks on your door, there's a different person I'm dealing with. He don't like that. He's going to be turned off by that. So this is somebody's watching you behind the scenes, taking an interest, maybe even going out to friends asking about you. Is she single? Is she this? Is she that? You're going to eventually, that's going to come back around to you, and you're going to discover this guy's been asking, poking his nose around. What's she doing? Oh, well, I'm looking for love, but suddenly things shift. Okay, so we're going to get into the fortune cards, and then we'll get into the love and sex side and see what comes out. Okay, fortune card. Still with the Cancer. Star. Look at this star. Now, that could indicate an Aquarius as well, but nonetheless, hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So this is good, right? Because the star is about, how do you explain that whole process? It's like we kind of have to go through a rough patch in order to wish for something different. So we have to go through that dark to know there's a contrast and want to go to that contrast and da da da. So this is the sense. We've had bad luck in the past, but you know, we can strive for more. Now the surrender card is surrender your belief in scarcity. So don't think that there's only one dude that can, you know, fall off and trip into your direction here. It says the universe is asking you to open the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Because if we truly feel that there's scarcity, we may end up putting up with more stuff than we need to. Like there's not enough men or whatever, that kind of thing, or not enough good men, or not enough single men, or whatever. So there's that. You need to surrender your belief in scarcity, and that will open up another frequency for you to attract. And the animal card is the jackal, and it talks about truth. And I feel like this is very much for the Cancer, living your truth, and not worrying about the project. Like, yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what they're going. This is what they're having problems with, is the perception of themselves outside of themselves. There's a Cancer here that's being looked over by someone for a possibility to get together. This person already has a good hold of your character traits because of what they've seen or what they've gathered in their along their way on their path here to figure out what's this Cancer about. So I feel like the truth will come in highly when they confront them. They're going to act differently, and this is the truth that they're going, no, we need to stand in who we are, and don't worry so much about being judged. Worry more about being in your truth, period. Okay, now the sex cards. Sorry about that. First card, 6 of Wands. Okay, so this is, you know, there's movement in the spiritual, there's movement in the romance. So we are moving away from something. So this is someone on the tipping point. We're moving away, and there's going to be something like a carrot tugging us a little further, a little quicker, a little faster, or whatever. Now, yeah, I put the I put the dud card in there when they're telling me not, how you say, I put the Joker card in there when you need to give me an energy that they're not meant to know something here that's pivotal to their path. Okay. We are either leaving a relationship or, well, that's it. We're leaving a relationship is the sense I get, or a partnership here. The romantic tarot is going, we cannot tell you any more than this. There's some details here that need to be kept secret. But the next card is the 10 of Wands. Now we skip right over to, in this deck, again, I'm non-traditional with cards. This is about putting your best foot forward. That's what I'm talking about, your truth. Now, there's, because they go, there's a fine line between putting our best foot forward and becoming someone that we're truly not. And they're going, this is the line that the Cancer is going to have to learn. In order to gain this relationship, they're going to have to be more truthful about who they truly are and go outward in that. Do not hold back, hide, or whatever about who you are. Because they're going, this is what we're needing to, this is our lesson through this relationship. So, in other words, if we're not ourselves, we're going to lose the relationship. And it's either going to be whatever, however long of a process that takes. And if we are ourselves, we're going to be highly rewarded by this relationship. But if we go and flip and put that mask on, we're going to lose. We're not going to gain anything from this relationship, because that person is going to be highly attuned to that and go, well, this isn't what I signed up for. I'm not here to be with someone where I have to get guesswork. They're going, I don't want guesswork. I want someone who tells it like it is, and I want to know what they're feeling, what they're thinking. This is what I'm getting. This person is just no BS, I guess, is the thing. They want to know what you feel and when you're feeling it. They want to be informed. So this is highly what that partner treasures. So if we are holding back and being secretive, and whatever perspective we have, whether it's to be more dramatic, they're going, just lose it. Just be from our heart who we want to be to this person. Don't hide anything. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Now, next line on top of this 6, which is about traveling away, moving away from a relationship here, we get the Prince of Wands. So this could either be the person that we're moving away from. Prince is fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. He's just sitting there with his energy, so I'm gonna pull another card. On top of none of your business card is the change, the dance of change, the 2 of Pentacles. If I get another character, I'm gonna, okay, and the 4 card. Okay, so there's a change that needs to happen here. I feel like we're drifting away from someone. And I feel like the universe is throwing this person in the mix to kind of quicken a process here of moving away. But this card tells me that we may not move away. We may just stay there and juggle the 2. Okay. Now, the 10 of Wands. Again, that's an ending card, but in the romance about putting our best foot forward, but it is a completion. Now, on top of that, we get a truce. Yeah, see, this also lends to the energy of not making, it's weird because we're leaving and then we're staying put. What's this? Very confusing. Because this tells, yes, physically we're traveling away. Now, on top of that, we get a fire energy. This is a page or Prince of Wands. And his energy is just bubbled. There's no attachment to nothing. He's just sitting there. I don't even feel the Cancer's energy attached to him, so I don't know where he fits. And then the change, that's, I'm going to try and keep everything going. I'm going to try and keep. So is that the relationship, or is that another partner outside of the relationship? There's a truce here. Not going to make any move here. I'm not going to do anything. Four of Swords is about resting and relaxing as well as just status quo. Things are staying the same. Okay, so we're going to move in deeper. One more deeper. On top of this fire sign, we get the Two of Swords. Yeah. So this fire sign, no matter what, may be making an offer to us, and we may be playing coy. The sense here I get is that just not fully investing is what I get. Now, on top of the dance of change here, we get the Ace of Pentacles. That's that new beginning. And guess what? It's not in a fire way. It's in an earth way, a grounded way. Someone we feel very comfortable with. In the bedroom, we feel very comfortable with them. Body to body, not shaming. Nobody's feeling judgment, da da da. Feel good in our nakedness together. Okay, on top of the truce, oh, man, we get a new beginning. I think what's going on here, because this energy is all mixed together. I got an energy of a fire sign making an advancement to us. We're kind of backing away. I'm feeling not a refusal, but we're kind of backing away. We're not saying no, but we're backing away. Now, I get this card here is not the same card. It's not the same frequency. This is someone else that we have a beginning with. We want to go off in this direction, and we physically are, like, in order to get the energy frequency that I get of being comfortable with our bodies, we had to have been naked before. This is someone we absolutely feel good in our nakedness with. So a past lover, past someone. We're going off in that direction. But is it either one? I don't know. Okay, now let's go. On top of the Two of Spades here, we have the Fortune card, the Wheel. That is about things that are fated. So there's something to do with this person here that is fated. And they're showing me that time, that hourglass quite highly. The time we spend with this person, there's something about that, okay? On this new energy, this new pentacles, this relationship we feel very physically grounded in. I feel like we're physically grounded in this relationship. We're not in this one. There's not a lot of strings here, actually, in this relationship that's faded. So we may have had karma here, worked it off, and now we're free to go, but we're just there. And this may be our new direction, and or old direction that's coming back around, this kind of thing. On top of that, I get Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is usually about exciting news coming forth. Now this guy's a thinker. He's thinking about what he's heard. Now again, we had some energy here of being out with the friends and da da da. Somebody's interested in us. Is this the same energy? No. Okay, so this may be the problem. We may have a couple offers here. We may have an old love that's offering us sexual satisfaction, and we're groovy with that. We're taking that. And we may have a new opportunity here for someone. And this may be the coy fire energy from the front, where we're kind of like, I don't know, because there's an apprehensiveness. It's like, it's good news, someone likes you, but the Cancer's taking it like, I don't know if I don't know, but it somehow this is faded. And here I feel like this is almost like past energy. Okay, so something like a lot of offers here is what I'm getting. A lot of new directions we want to go outward in, but nothing quite concrete yet. But we are physically, intimately involved with one of them. and another one's warming up to us. Okay, but we're not too sure how we feel about that one. Now, the new direction, what do we get there? Look at this shit. Six of Swords. We're going back and forth. This is craziness. So we're going back and forth. We have two lovers, and we're pulling strings on both. That's what it's going. That's what it is. We're leaving one to go to the other, go back and forth. Are we going to settle it? I don't know. But some of this is fake. Oh, man, this is crazy. We're pulling on two strings here. I feel like one's a physical relationship we're very comfortable with. The other one is new, shiny and new, and we don't know yet if we truly, want this, but it's in the air. Okay, this week. Holy man, you guys are busy. Okay, 10 on the wheel. This is the faded. Now, 5 of Pentacles. Whoop-de-doo. Man, that's being left out in the cold. This man, he's out. He is out of luck. Down and out. Okay, you can get no lower here. Now, did we do this, made someone else feel this way as a reject? I was getting it very lightly a reject, but I don't know what's going on here. Because we have the beginning process, we have a fire sign going forward to offer us love, okay? And this overwhelming sense I got was, I don't know if I want this or not. So it's like the Cancer's not wanting to give off the wrong vibe, okay? Because this is in the background here. We got a highly sexual connection in the background. So we're like, I don't know. Okay. So on top of that, is there something here to do with this offer coming forward that's faded? Okay. I'll leave it at that. And then we got the fight. So somebody's left out in the cold here. I gotta continue. On top of this page. Now the Page of Wands is about exciting news. I feel like the exciting news is someone. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the exciting news is not about this person. Okay. There's somebody here we have a physical affinity with. Absolutely. This is something I feel like a long-term thing. We just go back and forth to this because it just is good, but it's not something that's permanent. It's not something that's whatever. It's just there. The exciting news comes from this person over here that is offering it. It's like a new offer coming forward. But somehow here, there's something devastating about that. So it's either the Cancer. It's exciting news that someone likes us, but when we find out who it is, then we leave them in the cold, or something about this. Now, on top of that exciting news, we get the 11. Oh, see, again, this brings me back to the 11 is about not being able to resist temptation here with our passions. This man is actually, I think he's related to that person, but he couldn't resist, and then he finds out he is actually related to her. But so it's overwhelming passion. Okay, this is a little more complex than I was prepared for, so I'm gonna keep going. Again, we're leaving with situation, going back, leaving, going back. Something here about that energy. On top of that, we get the 10. Yeah, so, okay, here it is. We're leaving a relationship that is destitute. We have a relationship that we're in. It's not quite sufficing. We're wanting to leave. We're wanting to go. But we're not leaving it. So we may be physically cohabitating and going out physically and being with someone else. Physically going back to that partner. But we're not happy there, but we're getting physically satisfied somewhere, and then we're going to stay with this partner no matter. That's what I'm getting, okay? Now, on top of the 5, the feeling left out and destitute, we get the Page of Cups. That's about that offer of love. Somebody's giving little offers of love here, maybe even apologies. But I'm getting that the Cancer's just not resonating with that. That's not where they're jiving. I'm going to continue because the sense I'm getting already here from that card is that maybe it's just a highly toxic relationship where we're indulging and then we're rejecting. We're indulging and then we're rejecting. But it's the same relationship. But I was getting high different frequency. So this could be both depending on who's watching. Now, on top of that, I can't resist no matter what the boundary. We have the Three of Swords. See, look at this. We have forgiveness and then hurt and and then great sexuality and then no sexuality. Like, what is going on? Very bipolar. If it's one relationship, it's very bipolar. We're back and forth, very toxic. Very. If not, we're going to someone else outside of the relationship and then returning back to a partner that is unfulfilling. Absolutely. Now, on the 10 of Cups, that's about sexual fulfillment. We get the Three of Wands. I'm going to reverse these after. That is about looking to the future, prospects in the future. We've been hurt by someone in our present. The apologies that come in, they're not enough. It's not enough. It's not doing it. We're looking for new stuff in the future. So, planetary card to tie this up. This is a heavy story. I get kind of frustrated with the energy because it's like back and forth. It's really what I'm getting. Back and forth energy. So again, we could be in a one relationship where we are highly into our partner and then highly resistant. But for the most part, I feel like we're physically getting gratified outside of the relationship and then going to the partner, back to this partner. And I don't know why, but there's something faded here within all of this stuff. Yeah. Now, the planetary card. Eclipse in Pisces is about free will. Serve your higher purpose. 3 and 6 is 9. It's a very pretty card. Now, fish. Free will. Yeah, someone is making high use of their free will. But I feel like somebody is out of the loop here. I feel like this is a triangular situation. We have a third party here that is getting sexually gratified. But for some reason, the partner's going back. And it's like, why are we going back to something that is unfulfilling? So that's what I'm getting for the Cancer. Wow. Okay. Heavy duty. Okay. So now, that's interesting, because the Pisces planetary card was in Cancer and the Cancer's planetary card was in Pisces. It just made me notice that. Okay. Okay. So, Scorpio. Here we go. 132.49. First card for Scorpio. 2 of Cups or water, whatever. 2. This is about forgiveness as well. A lot of these water signs going through a lot of different sectors of the romantic ride here. This is about love and forgiveness. This is also about compassion and togetherness and deep feeling love. And that's what I feel like the Scorpio is coming across here. Deep feeling love. Deeper than we've felt. Yada, yada. Next card, knowledge. We're gaining knowledge in this area of how it is. Look at how he's pointing right at the love zone. Give me a minute. The sense that I'm getting is it's like this is the Scorpio, and that's the energy of love. They're dialing into the love zone and feeling it on a deep level, but then standing back and going, is that for real? Is that for real? Is that for me? Is that for me? That's what I feel like there's some, like the Scorpio's not trusting this energy of love is the sense that I'm getting. But they're going, we cannot fake this to a high degree. This is not faked. So there's a little bit of a mind play going on. The Scorpio is trying to figure out, is this for real? That's what I'm getting. Next card is the Seven of Earth. Getting grounded with things. Zenning out. Trying to tap into all your sources. Your mind, your intellect, your heart, your compassion, your soul, deep in your gut. What do you feel? And they're going, if we stay in disbelief too long, we will lose it. We will lose what we have here. Because there's a sense here of coming to a situation where, is this flickering or is it just me? Where we doubt that things, it's like too good to be true, this kind of thing. So we're doubting it. So that doubt kind of pulls us out of the relationship, where they're going, no, don't do that, because then we're going to keep going out of it. We want in on this. We are learning about love and all of its facets. This is what I'm getting highly from source. And it's kind of unbelievable by the Scorpio standards. This is unbelievable. I can't. And they're going, just roll with it. Just roll with it. Just absorb it. Be zen with it. Get grounded. This is your reality now. We need to tune into that. This is what it's about. This is what we want everybody to see things this way, kind of thing. So on the two, yeah, understanding, knowing, knowledge, understanding. We want you to understand what love, how it feels, what it comes at you like, da da da. Because if we're just sitting there going, no, I don't believe that, then we can't be a part of it. We can't absorb it. We can't feel it wholly. And we're starting to pull ourselves out of that. So we don't want to do that. So there's a greater understanding that wants to be fulfilled in your love life. And this is what's happening. Trapped. Ay. On top of the knowledge, we're trapped. So we're trapped in our head, our belief system. Like, no, this person, no, it can't be love, it can't be. So when we do this to a degree, we are going to entrap ourselves out of the relationship and feel isolated from the partner, because the partner's going to start to look there and go, wait a minute, are you even contributing? Are you even, because they're just standing there in shock going, oh, I don't think this is real, but they're going, no, just act like it is and move forward, because it is, it's not like we have to pretend here. So sorry about my cat. Stop. What are you doing? Then this card about grounding. You need to take time, and it may be the self-love factor is gone. We may not have, or gone, or missing, or a half full, that kind of thing. We may have self-worth issues to a degree that we have to get grounded in order to truly understand a love relationship outside of ourselves. This is the sense I'm getting. You got a reminder. Don't forget. Don't forget what we've learned in the past. We may have learned through other people, other relationships, certain things. They're going, we may have chucked that all out in order to move into this relationship and deal with the way that we're dealing now. This cage, this trapment that we've got here of feeling isolated, that is the Scorpio's doing. We are isolating ourselves right out of this relationship, is the sense they're getting me. And we just got to get back in the game here, because they're showing me a basketball game, and these guys are running back and forth, and there's a guy in the middle going, I can't believe I'm in a basketball game. I can't believe. And these guys are running back and forth, scoring goals, doing things, but this guy's standing in the middle, getting in the way. And that's what I feel like the Scorpio is doing. He's kind of standing in their own way, going, I don't believe this is true. And they're blocking themselves from absorbing it. So somewhere along the line, we've learned some kind of lesson about this way of being, that they want you to bring that forward. Like, we know better than to just do this. We know better. So we got to bring that forward. More expansion cards. On the understanding, we get the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands, look at all the stability, the great, wonderful color. This is such a beautiful color. I just want to take it and surround myself with this color. It is about stability. The butterflies are about transitions, right? The transition into love. They're going, this shouldn't be hard to accept. Why are we so resistant? It is unusual, yes, but it is pleasing, is it not? They're going, this is all we need to know. Go in that way, right? So on top of the trap card, what do we get there? The Princess of Wands. So that is like the Page of Wands. So she got a elk there. Again, being grounded. She's very grounded, this one. Yeah, the Trapped. I gotta go back another card here. Yeah, the Knowledge. Because the Page of Wands is about exciting news. And it's like they're going, I'm in love. But this is not, we're not going to shout it from the rooftops because we're sitting there in a daze, kind of like a deer in headlights, going, love? And it's kind of passing us by, is the sense that I'm getting. Okay, on the reminder, again, reminding of our lessons that we've learned in past relationships to bring that forward. We may be so stunned here by a love that's come forth that we just drop everything and forget everything that we've learned in the past. Next is the Eight of Coins. So that's about working hard, putting a lot of work and effort forward. That may be having to do with the lesson. That may be the lesson that we had to learn. We have to invest in a relationship in order to gain from it. This may have been a core lesson that we have to take forward. I feel like the exciting news is the stability that the other partner wants to offer us. There's an offering here of stability from a partner outside of us. My thing is blinking. I'm sorry. I can't do nothing about that. The Yeah, and it's shocking us to such a degree, but yet something gets a fire under our butt and gets us to start working. Because we do remember, they're going, we will remember the lessons, but it's like we're stunned and can't move forward. So on the Four of Wands, this is goofy energy. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so the masculine and feminine cards, we get a masculine to start under the Four. We have skill. So someone here, either you are going to take great skill in moving forward, or that other, I think the other person outside of you is having to learn and gain knowledge as well. Both parties here are learning new tools in the trade. Okay. Yeah. But I feel like the skill comes from the partner of the Scorpio trying to come forward and make everything line up perfectly. Okay. Now on the Princess of Wands, we get another masculine energy of power. Oh, is this a power play? They're going, no. They're going, normally we could suspect them of this. We could suspect them of this. But they're going, no. Power needs to be gained here. Yeah, self-empowerment. But also the power to it's almost like courage as well as power to go in that direction. And there's something about, maybe it is about of our work or okay, they're saying, yeah, we don't know how to deal with this relationship, so we're going to jump to our work where we know we put a lot of effort and it makes us feel good. But somehow we have someone offering us love here, and it's dazzling in all its heights, but we cannot accept it, is what I'm getting. Okay, next. Pleasure. Somehow this will make sense. We got to put a lot of work and effort in this. Give me a moment. Someone here, I feel like it's the partner outside of the Scorpio. They are looking excuse me, they're looking upon this relationship with great skill and precision. They have power over the Scorpio, okay? But they are not abusing it at this point, okay? Now, the problem here is we may be love bombed or whatever by this person, and we just never heard of love in our dictionary, and now we just don't know what the hell to do with all this love stuff. It's kind of the sense they're giving me, like, what is this? Like, this person, like, and they're just stunned. The Scorpio is stunned by this. Now, pleasure's sitting there lightly on the feminine side, so let's yeah, that is the end of the, as we get into the, I feel like the pleasure is going to come down the road in the sex cards, but just give me a minute. I got to zone in here. They're going, yes, this is correct. Okay, so I'm going to bring that pleasure card back up here as we move, because we got our fortune cards here. So the fortune card, coffin, natural endings, abound, take care with your health. Okay, so, talking about love, stability, it's all about love and the spiritual side. Now we get a coffin. This can be about endings. So were we love bombed by someone and then all of a sudden, boom, gone? Next, surrender. Surrender card. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it when you can't change a situation. Compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. It's not making sense to me, because these cards are going with an ending. And those cards are going with someone getting absolute love but not being able to accept it. So this may be what's going on. Okay, just give me a minute. We may have a relationship here where someone is being love bombed. Okay, pick your side. I don't know who you are or what you are in this scenario, but someone's being love bombed by someone and the other person's stunned. So in a sense, that could be where they're not contributing. Could be where we're just taking it, but we're not contributing back. And this could be a problem. We're gaining pleasure from it, but not, I don't know, that's weird, because I was getting a need to fall into it. But nonetheless, so there's something about what is here we got to realize. And again, with the card of grounding here, this card here is like grounding with what's going on in your universe instead of being stunned by things. So there's something about needing to wake up here. Okay. Now the animal card we get is the red fox, about strategy. So somebody's being played. Give me a minute. Power. See, this is the only one that could be off here. This power card. And they were looking in this direction away from the relationship where the love was at. So someone playing us. Princess of Wands, about exciting news and foundations and whatnot. And working hard. Somebody who's working hard in a certain direction. Be wary. I don't know. There's something weird here. Okay, let's go into the love and romance side. See if we can pop this out. Okay. First card is Six of Swords. That's about getting to know someone. Getting to know someone on a friendly level. Hi, how are you? Let's meet. Let's go out, like, dating. Very lightly dating, like friendly dating. Okay. Next card. Eight of Swords. There we go. Okay, so we have too many cards here about death. This is about a sarcophagus. This is a coffin. You may have actually had a death in your surroundings. Sorry. If so, my condolences. This is, yeah, either your health or someone else's. Beware of. But there's some kind of strategy that's going on around nonetheless. Now, carry on. Ace of Pentacles. There's that job again. Putting money above all else. Okay, so if we're coming from a place here where I'm just going to not sugarcoat, we may be using someone for their ability. They may be love bombing us or whatever, or we may be doing this to them. But somewhere here, somebody has money as the figurehead above all else. We are in this relationship either because it helps us with our money situation or it gives us money, something to do with monetary. Now, I'll leave it at that. Now, next line, we'll just keep going. Now, on the Six of Swords, again, is about introductions through this romantic card here. It's about introductions to people of like mind, friendships that we're striking up. Next card is Six of Cups. Now, in here, this is about pleasure. Now, we gain pleasure from these people that we're going outward and meeting. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Happy, joyful, da da da, under the moon, right? So this is all good. Now on top of the sarcophagus, get the Prince of Swords. Now this is very interesting to me because right away I saw that as dark, all dark. That thing that's gliding us forward is dark. Now, again, I'm getting a sense here of tragedy or something about death that surrounds us. So we may be grieving a death of someone near and dear to us. Now, the Prince of Swords, that's about information. If he's a messenger of information that is cutting and harsh. And again, that could be the information of someone passing that is hard to take. That would be that. Now, the next card, Seven of Swords. On top of the money, we have what is it? Futility. Seven of Swords is usually about things not going anywhere. Futility is futile. It's not worth it. I can't make ends meet. Something going on. Now, next to all of this sarcophagus and coffin stuff, I hate to say, but you know, Scorpio is the death card in the tarot. They are about the transition, but I feel like this is someone's transition. I feel like this is going to be harsh on the Scorpio to handle. There is something in their life that is going well. These new beginnings could be friends, could be people that we're, with. But there's some darkness here that is making us feel like it's all not worthwhile. Now, on top of the pleasure card, we get into the highly sexual cards here. Ace of Swords, the new direction in love. So that heart on that table there has only got one stab in it. So this is a new direction where we feel like we're not going to get stabbed by this person. It's new, fresh slate and good things. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, on top of the Prince of Swords, again, about energy, that news that is cutting. We have the Strength card, and that's we're needing strength to deal with. We may have things in our life. The sense that I'm getting here with the Scorpio is a dichotomy. We have things in our life that are finally going good in a relationship sense. We're starting off in a new direction, but life-wise, there's other bad things going on. There's what do you call that? Misery in other areas. Okay, needing strength to deal with this highly. Futility is sense of kind of like, why do I even try? Because bad stuff happens all the time. Like I'm getting a negative attitude here from this, but again, things going on. On top of the futility, we get the Queen of Pentacles. That's about this queen here. I always see her as that man is at her foot. It's kind of like she's kicking him away. She's looking at herself, prizing herself more. Now this also, right? We had the pentacles here. This could also be someone who is prizing money. She's looking at money in the mirror instead of a man. But, this kind of a thing. So be careful of that energy, whether you're giving or taking that, or be, in that presence or absorbing it. So on this Ace of Swords, we have 20, which is Judgment. Something's come back around here. There's someone here that things are going good with. Is someone from our past that maybe wanting a second chance, or us needing to give a second chance to somebody else outside of us. This is highly what I'm getting. Now, on the Strength card, we have 14, which is Temperance. And I feel like the Temperance is really the negativity because, well, it's the balancing of everything. We're trying to balance out our positive side, and there's a lot of negative going on. So we're having a hard time doing that. We're having a hard time being happy, though we want to be happy. We feel like sorry, just give me a minute. Nick, like she's stuck in something. What are you doing, you? Sorry, I'm going spring cleaning some things in boxes. I think she got stuck in anyway. Okay, shh. Somebody coming from our past wants a second chance, or we want to give them a second chance. We're trying to make things up. On the Temperance card, I feel like that's the great balance in this person's life of trying to balance the good with the bad. But there's bad here, and I feel guilty feeling good for the good because of the bad. This kind of thing is very off-putting for the Scorpio. They're not able to be in their emotions, whether they're happy or they're sad. They can't be in either because things are really warped here. Not warped, but it's like I've got really good things going on in my personal life, but in my life, there's grief and sorrow. Like, how do you balance that? Can't be truly happy because of what's going on. This is what I'm getting. Rough patch heavily. Now, Queen of Swords, again, that's somebody that's kind of prizing something else above the relationship that they're in, which is interesting because I get a person here trying to start up a relationship, so I don't understand that. But anyway, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is, we may be letting go of one relationship physically and then trying to start up another one. Just to introduce, I feel like on this side it's just the introduction. We may be physically with someone, but trying to warm someone else up on the friend side over there. Now this, Knight of Swords. This one is unique, right? And they asked me to use this deck instead of another, so this is probably why. He usually goes headlong straight into stuff to find out what's going on and whatnot. In here, the sense I'm getting is he's defeated. This is very much the same energy as this. Things are futile. It's like, try as I might here, I need to let it go. It's the sense I'm getting. I don't usually get that with the Knight of Swords, but there's something here that there's a relationship here. We aren't interested in it. And something is starting up over here, but we're still trying, but we know it's futile. We know it's dead and gone. Like, there's stuff. And that may be the coffin. That may be the ending. Is this relationship that needs to go? That is somehow it's almost like we can't accept to leave it or to go. Okay? So as we move further here, on the 20, again, something from our past has come forward, or again, resurrected, repenting. Things like this are going on in our circle. Okay. Oh, we get the 4. Okay. So this is, again, that's 3 times we've had that. Work, money above all else. And this is the same. There's a woman absolutely naked. Don't care. I just want to keep track of my money. Thank you very much. Somebody here is in this energy highly, either you or your partner. And this is what does not jive. Doesn't jive. We're not here for love. We're here for money. So that needs to be given. Maybe why we keep trying and trying, and it's futile because there's no love here. There's just money, and that's why we're staying. But that's why we keep trying, but it's futile. It's nothing. They're at my feet, but I can't do it anymore. Okay? This is what's going on. Okay. On top of the temperance, again, there's stuff going on here. The death of this relationship. It's starting to morph into a death of a relationship that is all it's coming on to the Scorpio so heavily, like how do you say, like the morning of passing someone's, and it's a grieving. Yet there's things in the side trying to warm up. It's hard to do and be in that mode while you're grieving over something else. Yeah, look at that. 21, the world. That is the completion here. So we're trying to temper everything and keep it all in check. But there's a completion nonetheless. He's in the Hall of Records. It's in record. He's going to close the book, walk out the door, and start a new chapter. This is what's going on. Okay, on top of the Knight of Swords. 6 Pentacles. This is about interest. Well, we have our interest in someone. They don't know we're looking at them, but nonetheless. Now over here, there's some friend. So we may have new friendship circles opening up. That may be that as well. Where was it? This kind of energy. That may be just friendship circles. Possibilities, but light possibilities. Okay, for the future. This too is the same. I feel like this may be just people of interest that we, again, we're grieving still in this process of losing something here. And through this, we kind of don't have the gumption to go forward full on. So we're just kind of oogling things and going, we're just waiting for our heart to kick back in, right? Because this is a hard leap here. We can't just run and jump. But we're going to, and make introductions and see how things go. And there's things that are catching our interest. So we're going to look at that for now, and then engage our heart later when we've done some healing here. But a cycle has ended, no less. Now on this 4 of Pentacles, again, money above all else, or money having a great importance as to why we stayed or why we're leaving or something like this. Page of Swords, again, yeah, the page. He brings news swiftly and whatnot, but it can be cutting news. It's news, and it's, how do you say, triumphant in a certain way, but it's cutting. It's hard to accept the messages that the Page of Swords has to carry. Very hard. Now, on the 21, the World card here, again, about the cycle closing. We have the 10 of Swords. Yeah, we just have had enough. Where we were at, there was someone at our feet. It just wasn't. We were completely, continuously is the word I wanted to use, stabbed in the back by this person. We could not take no more. Okay, now on the 6, which is about taking notice of someone. Either maybe someone is taking notice of you, or you're taking notice of someone outside of you. I feel like that no matter, the zone is pretty dapper, like it's pretty down, because we're just trying to process all of this. Get the 6 of Wands, and that's about success, and that's about completions. We're having a successful completion. Does not mean that we're skipping merrily on our way. It means that we may have communicated with a person here some news about the relationship and done it in a way that was justified or successful for us to move forward free and clear, meaning we're not going to go out and cheat on someone before we end the relationship and go in that direction. We're not going to do anything. We did it in the proper manner. We notified the person, went down that road, And now we're going to try and heal, and now we're going to go outward and look for other possibilities. The sense here is there's a chronological order to this, and I feel like the success is that we did the right thing and stood up when we needed to stand up, and said what we needed to say. And if we're making new connections, they are not connections until I know that I'm out and my heart is healed, and when I'm healed, then I will contribute to those relationships in those ways. You get my drift? They're going about it the right way. They're not gonna, nothing underhanded, everything's above board, and that's the success. I feel we have been hurt many times over in this relationship. We can no longer take it. We communicated that to our partner, and now we're able to move successfully forward. So that's a harsh thing. Now there's a lot of confusing energy here in the beginning, and it may just have been an energy field, one energy field for one person, and then the sex and love part is different energy field for a different person. But nonetheless, we had that 8 of coins sitting there highly about working hard and going in a new direction. So that was kind of a confusing energy, but nonetheless. The planetary card for the Scorpios, Taurus, in the eclipse in Taurus. Eclipse is a stop and a start, a change of heart. Jeez, this thing. Okay. Reevaluation 2 and 6, 8. Change of heart. I feel like the change of heart was to move away from the partner that we're with. Trying to go, I feel very much trying to go and open up ourselves in different directions. But again, it's very hard when you got a broken heart. And no matter you've been stabbed in the back, you're still you got to deal with that misery to get through that. And that's what I feel like the Scorpio's going through at this time. They're having to deal with some miseries here about an ending of a relationship, and eclipse is about cutting things out, right? And Taurus is a very pushy energy, trying to get you to go in that new direction. And it's interesting that it's a sunflowers, which is telling me that the Scorpio is going to find lighter, like the sun card is on the other end of where they're going here. Yeah, they may have to reevaluate a lot of what they've done, not to make a change of heart, but to understand more clearly as time goes on. Da, da, da. Wow. So those were the water signs for this week-ish. I say week, but 2 to 3 weeks usually. It depends. I mean, some people can hit this video a year down the road and it just will resonate. It is just a wave of energy that will hit whatever. So those are the water signs. I will be in for fire tomorrow, and then air, and then earth was the lowest viewed, so they'll come in last. So I will be continuing these throughout I think I'm going to go live for now. I wasn't with it enough this week to go completely on video, and again, having a hard time downloading things, and through Facebook as well. I'm finding the video quality there is really bad. So anyway, those are the readings, your water signs. Take care, have fun, be kind, and we'll talk to you soon. Yeah, fire's up next.